In this week's currency update, the Australian dollar has continued to be buffeted by events in global markets. News that Greece had accepted a Eurogroup offer early on Monday morning and subsequently passed it through Parliament on Wednesday saw global market sentiment rise in equity markets, and the Australian dollar hit a high of 74.89 mid this week. However, commodity-based currencies have not had a good week in foreign exchange markets. In New Zealand, a dairy auction this week saw prices fall by 10.7%. That's down 40% year on year. On Wednesday, Q2 CPI New Zealand came in well below economists' expectations at 0.4 on the quarter, 0.3 on the year. Westpac now expects the RBNZ to cut rates to 2% by the end of this year from current 3.25. A 50 basis point cut is possible next week. The Bank of Canada also cut rates by 25 basis points this week, the second time this year, and noted that real GDP contracted modestly in the first half. We see these as factors that should continue to weigh on commodity-based currencies. I expect the dollar against the Canadian dollar to continue to rise towards 135 in coming months, and the New Zealand dollar to continue to fall to 62 cents by the end of this year. And finally, Fed Chair Janet Yellen confirmed an optimistic outlook for employment in the US and very much confirmed the consumer as the backbone for an improved outlook for the US economy. Westpac expects the Fed to raise rates by 25 basis points in September and again by the end of this year. Now, these factors have all weighed on the Australian dollar again through the week. Domestic factors too. Westpac consumer sentiment for the month of July fell by 3.2%, and a measure of time to buy a dwelling hit a low back to mid-2010. The Australian dollar hit a low of 73.50 in trading on Thursday. Now, I continue to expect the Australian dollar to fall towards 73 by September and 72 by December. And next week, we should trade in a range of 73 to 75 cents. On Tuesday next week, we have the RBA minutes from the recent policy meeting. On Wednesday, Q2 CPI will be closely watched, and RBA Governor Stevens presents to the Annika Foundation event in Sydney. Finally, on Thursday, the RBNZ will decide on interest rates, and again, we think a 25 basis point cut and possibly 50 will be seen. These are all factors we can talk about in next week's currency update.